Hello, this is for my Family Communications 320 class. I'm Jason Welch, and this is our final presentation. We were told to pick something out of our book that was our favorite topic, but we were also told not to discuss ones we've already discussed before. My favorites was the aggression, and I've already discussed that one, so I had to start perusing to find me something else to do. A lot of that's interesting. It kept me occupied for quite some time, and then I finally found race and ethnicity. This has often been a topic that gets me emotional because just how things progressed in my life. When I was in high school, I was racist. I wasn't a die-hard, kill people kind of racist. I was look at someone, classify them a certain way, and think that I'm better than them. That was because of two factors in my life. One was my father, and that's a whole other communications issue. As I grew up, I saw the way he acted towards people of another race that weren't white. It didn't matter. Black people were especially, he looked down on them badly for some reason. Maybe it was the era he grew up in, I'm not sure. Hispanics, everybody else, if they weren't white, he had a bias towards them, but especially black people. And growing up, he taught me, he didn't teach me in his way he communicated with everyone else, and my observance of how he communicated with everyone else. I learned all the mannerisms and thoughts that he had. I learned every name he ever called a black person and would use them, not around home, because my stepfather was not racist, and I made the mistake of saying something derogatory one time in his presence, and he let me know quick, fast, and in a hurry that that was not acceptable, and he would have nothing to do with that. But so my real father is the one that started me off on my racist track. And then I think after that, it was one black person I went to school with that made me racist towards all black people, because I had the most interactions with him. He was in my face. We didn't get along. He just did some stupid things, and I'm just like, how can black people be like that? It drove me mad. And then come to find out, after high school, I went straight into the Army 3 weeks after I graduated, and I got put into a bunk room that had 2-man rooms, and we got listed in alphabetical order with our bunk mates, and I got a black fellow. And in the beginning, I was horrified. I'm like, how am I going to do this? I can't room with a black person because they're black. It's ridiculous. And once again, I learned rapidly that I was basing my assumptions on what I learned from a couple of people, and just what I thought in skin color, and it was not true whatsoever. If it hadn't been for that guy, I would have never made it through boot camp. He wouldn't have made it through without me. I wouldn't have made it through without him. He had strengths and weaknesses, strengths that I didn't have, and I had strengths that he didn't have, and we had to come together and encourage each other and teach each other, and we made it through together. Military filled with black people. I got roomed with more black people. As the years went on, it went down. I wasn't a racist towards black people anymore. And I joined the Navy after I joined the Army, served in there for a great length of time, and my best friend to come out of the Navy was a black man. He is like a brother to me. I spoke in one of my papers about how I consider outside friends to be like my family, and they are. I have a white girl and a black guy that are just brother and sister to me, and I couldn't do anything without them, and I appreciate them highly. And it was through just discussions, through talk, just growing up in life and learning who they actually were. There are stupid people in the world. It doesn't matter what their skin color is. There are whites, blacks, Asians, Hispanics. There's just so many. It's ridiculous. And they have smart people and great people, and they all have stupid people. And through communication, you can figure out which ones you need to be around. And that's really all I have to say. I've enjoyed the class. I learned a great deal, and I thank you for everything.